Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about the Vivek Ramaswamy Icarus moment when he hurtled to Earth when his wings had been melted by CNN and RNC. And I want to talk about what we do now, right? Like, um, because here we are, right? Like, our greatest hope is hurtling to Earth now. As we can see him falling, right? Like, great man, great American, invested $17 million of his own money to run. Just really did the right thing, and really failed in no way. Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign was perfect, in my humble opinion, and in accomplishing what he attempted to do, he attempted to make it to the top and win the U.S. president and become the first Republican person of color president, right? But in 2024, the macro Republican, the 51% Republican, if you take all the Republicans and you boil them into a 51% representative Republican, that Republican is a hyper prejudiced hate monger. Period. End of sentence. And does not want anybody who is not Ward, Cleaver, color to be president. And very bad situation. Okay, so Vivek Ramaswamy, great man. By the way, I already did. I already did another, Vivek Ramaswamy dropout um, video. And if you haven't seen that one, this one's like kind of. This one is. You should. We talked about it for 8 months. You should roll back and watch that one. It's right in my feed. Right. It's you'll find it there. Right. It's one right behind this one. So so let's talk about what we do now. All right. So first of all, none of us should even. So okay, yeah, let's do the flow chart. Okay, are we going to vote for Trump, or uh, are we going to vote Democrat or Republican? That's a good way to put it. All right, so Democrat, they're not even given any options, right? Like that, it's Biden or nothing, right? And they are, and the DNC is hard at work making sure you'll find nobody on the primary ballot but Biden, and or if they're there, it's going to be so confusing and so like you won't even. Who's running for Democrat? I don't even know. There was a bunch who were in there who like dropped off, right? I think Marianne Williams is still, running for Democrat. Maybe I don't know, but there's really, but the DNC is making sure there's no options um, except Biden, right? America does not survive another 4 years of Biden. And the reason why is he's a straight coward. Every villain in the world knows he'll do nothing. And literally every tin pot dictator in the world is like, I think we got 10 months, right? So wait. Yeah, that's right. They're like, we got 10 months on the clock to get all our villainy done. But and I think and if we give every villain in the world 4 more years, I don't think America survives it. So President Biden cannot be chosen because we cannot survive 4 more years of this, right? Under him, the American dream died. Literally, our kids can't buy we can't buy milk, eggs, cars, or houses like this, and that's not a joke. That's quite literal. Like every single one of those things during his period, like even commodities aren't available. The world is cracked in half under President Biden, right? And I will say, like, this is another thing. I think we were all kind of shocked that President Biden's inactivity and cowardice actually made for a worse America than President Trump's hyper prejudice hate mongering. I don't understand how that is. I don't understand how a bumbling doofus like actually made a more destructively horrible world than a hyper prejudiced hate monger. I don't know, but like it's a fact. Like it's just in my humble opinion. In my humble opinion, that's the reality of it. That's the reality element. I don't want to say it's a fact. I would say that's the reality element. All right. So let's get all the way there. Okay. Can't vote for Biden, right? Now we got a choice. Do we vote for Trump? Answer's clear as day. I don't want hospice leadership. Okay. Any 80-year-old president is guaranteed hospice leadership, right? Literally, hey, I'm almost dead, but we're going to pretend that I'm signing these documents and still running the country. That's, in my humble opinion, that's exactly what's happening with Biden right now. I think he's not even asleep most of the day. Right? I think he's on a bunch. In my humble opinion, uh, he's in an Elvis mode. Doctors are doing some stuff to him, right? Like, and it looks like he signs stuff every now and then, but I don't think he actually signs anything ever. And you know, and the reality is, I don't think he's actually running the nation. I think we're in hospice leadership right now. I think Biden is actually in hospice, and the resources of the DNC are standing him up to look like a functioning human. I think we're in hospice leadership right now. If we get Donald Trump, we'll have our second 80-year-old president, right? And we'll be right back in hospice leadership. And the only thing that will change is that is a bipartisan unity on hospice leadership. I oppose hospice leadership to the nth degree. Okay? So now, what do we do with our vote? Do we vote for Nikki Haley, or do we vote for DeSantis? This isn't my permanent answer, but this is my today answer. Okay? I think it's Nikki Haley. And the reason why is, one, I do want my vote to count. I'm not saying, if you decide to vote for Vivek Ramaswamy, I'm not saying for 1 minute that you're throwing your vote away. I respect you, and I really appreciate that you took the time to vote. And you voting for Vivek Ramaswamy is far better than not voting at all. Okay? However, right, I want my vote to count, and I want to change the world, right? So do we take Nikki Haley, or we take Ron DeSantis? Right? Because we cannot have hospice leadership. This is the flow chart, baby. America cannot survive another 4 years of Biden, and we cannot have hospice leadership. Okay? So where do we go? I think we go to Nikki Haley. And the reason why is, I don't like the shape of Ron DeSantis. I literally don't like his shape. He reminds me of Trump. He is Trump-like. And he's shaped like Trump, and he talks like Trump, and he looks like Trump, and he has the same two attributes as Trump, and I ain't voting for that again. I won't even vote for you if you're the shape of President Donald Trump, right? And I won't. I'm not doing it. That man is evil to the core. He's openly quoting the mustache man from World War II, right in front of the mainstream media. He is multiplying hatred in America every single day. And frankly, Ron DeSantis ain't nothing but Trump-like. So I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I won't even vote for you if you're the shape of Donald Trump. Right? So I think Nikki Haley comes out the winner, and that's where my vote should go. Today, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give that some time, because this is, horrible, and I don't like coming to this conclusion. But that is my thought. That is my opinion. That's my humble opinion. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion. That's what I'd like to hear right now. All right, so let's get into this. So, what's important is when I hear your humble opinion. What do you think of my opinion? Am I completely wrong and I should not vote for Nikki Haley? Is there any justification for voting for Ron DeSantis and shoring up the Ward Cleaver bulwark? Because that's what that vote does. It's like Ward Cleavers forever. It is a guarantee that no person of color will ever be president again. And it's a solidification of absolutely no progress on the Republican side. With Nikki, at least there's some progress, right? We don't get a person of color there, but we do get a female, and that's new and different, right? It's innovation, at least, right? So, yeah, I think it's Nikki Haley, in my humble opinion. And I do want to just say real quick, Vivek, thank you for everything you did. I really appreciate it. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and may your millennium be fetch.